going to present my project called CDC Export System. This project is designed to process change data capture exports using Python, Docker, database integration, automated workers, and testing modules. In this demo, I will explain all the important folders and files used in the project. First, we can see the root files. env.example file. This file contains sample environment variables used for project configuration. Next, we can see the git ignore file. This file prevents unnecessary files from being uploaded to GitHub. Next, we can see the Docker file. This file is used to build a Docker image for the application. Next, we can see the Docker compose.yml file. This file helps run multiple services together using Docker Compose. Next, we can see the pytest.ini file. This file contains the py testing configuration. Next, we can see the requirements.txt file. This file contains all the Python dependencies required for the project. Next, we can see the task.md file. This file contains the project task description and requirements. Here, readme.md file is also a root file, but we can see it in the last in the video. Now moving to the app folder which contains the core backend logic config.py. This file manages applications configuration and environment settings. Databases.py. This file handles database connection and database related operations. Login config.py. This file configure applications login and monitoring. And main.py. This is the main application entry point where API execution starts. Next, worker.py. This file handles background processing and CDC export tasks. These files together manage the core functionality of the system. Now let's see the database and export related files. This SQL file initializes database tables and seed data. The output is this folder stores generated export files. Inside the folder we have delta test consumer API CSV files, full test consumer API CSV files, incremental test consumer API CSV files. These CSV files represents different export types generated by the CDC system. .git key. This file keeps the empty output folder tracked in Git. Next, we can see now moving to the testing section. In testing section, we have confess.py. This file contains shared py test fixtures and test setup configuration. The next one is testapi.py. This file tests API endpoints and validates responses. Next, we can see the worker.py. This file tests worker processing and export functionality. These testing files helps ensure application reliability and correctness. The project also contains a .git folder which stores Git version control information. It includes hooks, logs, objects, refs, head, config, and commit history fields. These files help track source code changes and maintain repository history. Now we can see the readme.md file. It is a structure, it shows the project structure. So overall, the CDC export system demonstrates backend API development, database integration, Docker deployment, automated exports, and testing implementation. Thank you.